Alright guys, so if you've been following the whole inflation situation, you may have seen last week that the CPI data was up almost an entire percent for the month of May to June. This was almost double the Fed's expectation, which was 0.5%. And this puts the CPI up a whopping 5.4% from last year.
So if you're unfamiliar with CPI, it stands for Consumer Price Index and measures the change in prices that consumers pay for goods and services for a certain time period. The price of bread, for example. Let's say the price for an average loaf of bread last year was $2. And then this year, the price for that same average loaf of bread is $3. Well, the price of bread has then risen 50% year over year. That's kind of what CPI measures. So because of this, economists often use CPI as a measure of inflation. And there are some things that have experienced a lot of inflation since this time last year. Used cars being one of them. Used cars are up 45.2% since this time last year. Gasoline is another one. Gasoline is up 45.1% since this time last year. Airline fares is another one. They are up 24.6% since last year.
And food, which is what this video is about, has not experienced as much inflation, but it's up 2.4% from this time last year and 0.8% from May to June.
And so within the CPI, food can actually be broken down into many different items. Some items are up in price, some are down in price. So some have experienced inflation, others have experienced deflation. What Brit and I have done is made a grocery list of all the items that have experienced deflation either over the past few months or just since this time last year.
So if you're conscientious about money like we are, or you're trying to avoid inflation if you can, these are the food items that we found.
All right, let's go shopping. All right, guys, so while we're on our way to the grocery store, we figured we might as well go through the process in which we picked these foods to get for this grocery trip. So what we did is we went through the CPI data, and the food is broken down pretty specifically, not too specifically for every category, but pretty specifically. We'll actually leave a link to the CPI report in the description if you guys want to check it out and kind of go through these things with us.
So we didn't include any categories that were not applicable to us. So there was things like school foods or snacks that were not specific enough, we feel like. So we just made a list based on everything that was relevant to us.
So we went through these foods one by one, and we tried to find trends where certain foods were on a deflationary trend. Yeah. They were going down month by month, or they were down a lot since this time last year. And after that, we noted every single food that hit those two categories, and those are the foods that made our grocery list, except the ones that Brittany mentioned. And welcome to our kitchen. We apologize for the awkward transition from our car to here. We were planning on filming in the grocery store a lot more, but there is music playing in the background and we didn't want to get a copyright strike on our channel. So here we are in the kitchen. So the first item on our grocery list to get was rice. Right here. So this is just the grocery store brand 5-pound bag of rice. It was $2.99. So according to the CPI report, rice has been down 1.3% since this time last year. It's also been down over the past couple of months. So it has been experiencing some deflation.
And the second item on our list was cookies, and we got these. They were $1.99. And this has been trending down the past 3 months, and it's down 0.6% overall from this time last year.
The next category, food section, or whatever you want to call it in the CPI report, on our list was sweet rolls, coffee cakes, and donuts. They kind of lumped all three of those things together. We chose to get donuts. These are the blueberry glazed cake donuts. Some of my favorite donuts ever, if not my favorite. These were $1.99 as well. So this category as a whole has experienced 2.6% deflation since this time last year, and has also been experiencing deflation over the past couple of months.
And the next category is uncooked ground beef. We didn't get it this trip, but we have gotten it before. We actually got it last month. And about on average, it's $4.
There is various pricings depending on the brand and whatnot, like there usually is.
And it's down 8.4% from this time last year.
Okay, next on our list was Frankfurts. So kind of, hot dogs.
Hot dogs.
So we got these. These are Oscar Mayer. We didn't get the grocery store brand. So Frankfurts have experienced 3.8% deflation since this time last year. They've also been on a downward trend over the past couple of months. We paid $2.50, and there are 10 of these in here. Lunch meats was the next on our list.
Yeah, and that's in this container here.
So this is something that we didn't buy on this trip because we just purchased it like a few days ago.
Yeah.
But this is just turkey.
And I noticed that lunch meats have been on sale, it seems like consistently for the past few months.
We paid $3.49 for the lunch meats, and there is a decent amount in there. Lunch meats have experienced 0.6% deflation since this time last year. Also a little bit of deflation over the past couple months.
And the next item was cheese, and this has been experiencing deflation as well. It's down 0.9% for the year. We paid $3 for this, and some months it's down some, and then other months it'll go up a little bit, but overall it's been trending down.
Yeah, so this is Vermont cheddar, Cabot, I don't know. All right, what's next? Ice cream. We got strawberry ice cream. Ice cream has experienced negative 1.6% or 1.6% deflation since this time last year. It was up a little bit last month, but it was down a little bit the month before that. It's still down overall, which is why we included it, and we love ice cream. We paid $3.50 for the strawberry ice cream. And this is Haagen-Dazs. It's not store brand,
Yeah,
it's name brand. So
yeah, you would have gotten it cheaper. Other ones were cheaper, but
yeah.
The next category on the list was other dairy, and we decided to get yogurt.
Yeah, it wasn't very specific. It just said other dairy, so we're like, what does that mean? Like, well, I guess we'll get yogurt.
And this category is at 0.8% deflation from this time last year. It's also for the month of May to June, down 0.7%.
So the yogurt was $2.99. Next up is bananas, right here. So these are organic Del Monte. They weren't the store brand. I don't know if they even have store brand bananas, but Del Monte brand. Bananas have seen 0.3% deflation from this time last year, 0.4% deflation for the last month. We paid $1.17 for these. Now these are going to be, the price for these is going to be based on like how much per pound.
These are 69 cents per pound. If you get the ones that are not organic, it was 59 cents per pound. So just a 10-cent difference.
Yeah. All right, next up is potatoes. These are right here. These are, I think these are the store, I'm not sure how well you guys can see these. The store brand organic potatoes. So these were not based on weight. There was a price for this entire bag.
Yeah.
It was $2.99. Potatoes have seen 4.7% deflation since this time last year. They were up a little bit last month, but they were also down the 2 months prior.
So the next category is dried fruits, and we got these, which are dried bananas, and this was $1.99. And dried fruits are down 0.1% from this time last year, and it's down from the month of May to June 0.6%.
Okay, dried beans, peas, and lentils are one category, so we just got lentils. These are up a little bit since this time last year, but they've been experiencing a lot of deflation over the past few months, which is why we bought them. So these were $1.49. And these aren't store brand, these are, I can't pronounce this, but these aren't store brand.
So the next item was juices, and we get the V8 juice, and that's $3.79, and sometimes it's on sale, so you can get it less. And juices overall are down 0.2% from this time last year.
Carbonated drinks is next. Ginger ale we got. So carbonated drinks as a category are down 0.4%. They've experienced 0.4% deflation since this time last year. They were up a little bit last month, but down the 2 months before that. So we paid $3.99 for the ginger ale.
And then the next category was soups, so we got this one. It was a vegetable soup mix.
Store brand organic again.
And these are up from this time last year, 0.4%, but over the past few months,
they've been trending down over the past few months. So last month, nothing happened, but the 2 months prior to that, it was experiencing a deflationary trend, which is why we listed it on our grocery list.
Yeah.
And the last category, sauces and gravies. This category has experienced a 1% deflation since this time last year. It's down 1.1% from May to June. It's up a little bit before that, but overall down about 1%. This is the second thing that we didn't get, just because we just don't really eat sauces or gravies.
Yeah.
And we don't have anything to put them on.
Yeah.
We listed this one, but we ended up not getting it. All right, guys, so in total for 1 unit of everything we just listed, $45.86. I'm not sure how well that does compared to other things. This, like we said before, this isn't like a scientific...
This isn't like a perfect experiment that we did.
No, like everybody's grocery lists and eating habits are going to be a little bit different. But just for comparison's sake, our last grocery trip cost us $76.31.
And it was about the same in terms of how many items was purchased.
If you're really anti-inflation, want to save the most money possible, these are some ideas, things that you could look for. We will say that looking for sales also helps. We looked for sales while we were out shopping for these things as well. If there is a sale going on and we thought it would fit with what we were getting, we got the item that was on sale as opposed to something that wasn't. Also, like there are certain days of the week that are better to shop than others.
Typically, our store on Wednesday will mark down a lot more items than other days of the week.
So anyways, let us know what you thought about all this. Did we pick the right foods? Did we pick the wrong foods? Were there foods that we should have picked instead? With that being said, thank you for watching. If you made it this far, give this video a huge thumbs up. It helps out tremendously with the YouTube algorithm.
And subscribe for more, and you can follow us on Instagram at It's Mike and Brit.
We post there every now and then. Thanks again, guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.